So, something that's come to my mind a lot recently as a single man in this dating market is my experience on the dating apps, right? Without like diving into it too much. The first thing you see is the first photo when you're swiping. It doesn't matter what dating app it is. You see the first photo. It's the first thing you see. I don't care what guys say. I don't care what girls say. The first thing you see is the first photo. And obviously, I kind of lost track of the word I was looking for. But as a guy, when I log onto the dating apps, the only thing I'm looking for is girls. No offense. I'm a straight man.
That's your preference. So
yeah, that's my preference.
There's no offense to anyone. No one can really say much.
Can't speak for you guys, but that's what I'm looking for.
I definitely
personally.
think I look for more of girls. Yeah.
Okay. It's the first thing you see. So I'm not sure like how much people realize how important that is. And some girls like you get a wide variety of photos. Like sometimes sometimes you'll literally get like a third of somebody's face. Sometimes you'll get like all the assets. And I'm not sure how mom and dad feel about that. Like if you were to show them, they probably wouldn't feel great about it. You know?
Like if you're actually trying to meet someone off a dating app.
Yeah, I don't understand like why people will show like half their face and everything like that. Like even using like Snapchat, like stuff like that. Like I don't understand why people have Snapchat. They use that. And like they're sending like ceiling pictures. Like at that point, just like get off Snapchat. Or like as you're talking about like dating apps.
I'm probably the wrong guy to participate in this conversation because I tend to like the mystery. Because here's the thing, like let's be honest, like I don't care if I'm gonna offend anybody by saying this, but like you could take 10 girls and they all send like a third of their face, and like let's be honest, like the hot girls are gonna win in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, it's subjective. The only thing you're looking at is
it's subjective.
I feel like at that point, like you're snapping someone, you're gonna look for attractiveness.
But there's more that goes into it too.
I don't know. I just think like one thing that makes me angered and everything like that, like it kind of just ultimately like I'm not like really mad about it, but like it's just like messes with me. Like if you're sending half your face or like you're sending like your hair stuff,
that is your profile, your first.
Like yeah,
photo.
but I'm saying like if that's like your first photo, that's not a good intro
what
to
if she's
like
hot?
What you're trying to give out.
How
can you tell from half a face though?
Okay, that's good. That's good.
How can you tell from half a face that she's hot? Like if you think about it, half a face, yeah, like you can say maybe they're hot.
You got a great idea.
You have a semi idea because you're only seeing half. But if they're that insecure to only put half of it, why are you even going to go after that?
It's an insecure
I think
thing?
maybe sometime it might be an insecurity thing.
All right, fine. So on the flip side, what if the first photo that you see, it's like primarily, like they're at the beach, and it's primarily their ass. And they got like a thong bikini on, let's be honest.
There's a reason they're putting that.
Like they're putting that for a reason, but you also have to think
like
maybe
think about
it's a bot.
You are deciding what you upload onto the app.
Yeah.
Like you
literally
put it on.
They're picking
So
what they can.
They're putting it there for a reason.
Like yeah, there's a lot of guys that like right when they see that it's like whatever, you swipe right. Yeah. Like you're trying to match with
Bro,
that.
But be honest, if you're a guy going on Tinder, are you thinking about the girl's personality at the point? Like
no,
we should be, but like
I am.
I know you try to, but
you're like
so
one
hard
of few. I feel like, but I still think deep down, like you're gonna go on there. You're thinking.
You know how
like,
hard it is to be like genuine on.
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't think going on to like Tinder and that type of stuff, you're looking for a relationship. Like I don't think
some people
most
actually do.
I don't think most people are.
I think it's probably not a big percentage, but I think it actually varies on the app.
I don't know. I just like you hear everything about Tinder, like it's like mainly like all like the fun stuff.
Like, you're just saying Tinder though. Are you not aware of
I'm sure there's ones that are like actually like for serious.
I'm sure there is, but like I still feel like there's those people out there.
Well, I'll just say of my experience, like I mean, I'm not gonna rank them, but like the one that I've had the most, and I'm not even gonna say most success, but like the general vibe, like general feeling from the dating apps, like Hinge seems like the best app for just like.
Is that the Christian? That's not a Christian one.
It's not even that. I mean, I don't.
You can go on like Christian Mingle or something like that, and you're getting like all the holy girls. Farmersmeat.com. They're real serious.
I mean that's the one that like Hinge, in my opinion, I'm sure other people would agree with me. It just feels like that's the one that feels the most, I'll just say like wholesome. Like I would agree, like yeah, Tinder's definitely the one where there's like no thought behind it.
Oh yeah, Tinder, like like when you think of Tinder, it's like all like the fun stuff. But yeah. I definitely think there are apps out there. But then I feel like on each app there's still those people that are just looking for the same thing, and it's like and you still have to worry about like you said, like the body pictures, like as their first picture.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
they could be real, but also you have to think about now it's like a lot of catfishing, so it could not even be that person.
Oh,
too.
I got some bad catfishing stories. No, I mean it's an interesting conversation. I mean, I think it applies for all the dating apps though, as far as the first picture. I mean, it goes for guys too. I mean, again, when I when I get on those apps, I have it set up where it's just women showing up on my profile or
Well, yeah,
account
like yeah,
or
that's your
whatever.
preference.
Yeah,
But I think the first picture is like really what sets it off. Like if you're posting like a black screen on a first picture, like I feel like I would just like be like, yeah, like you're like no. Like you're not gonna go clicking
Yeah.
through all the pictures unless like you find some sort of attraction.
Either way,
Like-
most of the time you're always looking at almost all the pictures, unless you like decide you really just are not interested.
I don't know. I feel like for me, if I were to do something, like it would definitely be the first picture has to be like the impression.
Yeah.
That's like the first impression. Like
It-
even without talking to them, that's like the first impression
All right,
they
what are
give
your
to
thoughts like when they like it's always like group pictures, like them and their friends or something?
you. I feel like if,
like
it,
if that's
it's,
the
I
first
feel like if
picture.
you take the time to really think about it, it could be like a red flag, honestly.
yeah, but also you have to think about like if it's on a dating app, you have to be able to like know who's who. Like you don't know the person, so like how are
Yeah.
you gonna pick out of the picture
I'll
who
be
it
the
actually
douchebag.
is?
I'll be the douchebag. If it's all group photos, most likely the girl in the friend group is the least attractive one. Unfortunately, that's just the truth. That's the experience I've had.
I mean, I can kind of agree. Yeah,
Visually.
they're trying to like maybe they're less like confident and everything like that. I think like they're definitely like trying to hide something, but at the same time I feel like everyone has to have that like bit of confidence. So like I get like if you're making a profile, like you want to have pictures of friends, that way you can show the other people that you have friends. I think that's
Yeah.
one key thing is like you have pictures
That's
of
a good
yourself,
point.
but then you also have pictures of friends and you doing stuff. Because if you're taking just selfies of yourself, it's like, okay, well, they're taking selfies of themselves. They
That's
have
a good
confidence,
point.
but
That's a good
they
point.
may not have friends. And it's like, I think that's one, like a red flag for me. Like if I'm talking to a girl and she doesn't have any friends, it's just like something that bothers me because at the end of the day, she's going to just rely on you. Like she has friends to go hang out with. Like if someone has friends to hang out with, they're going to be going out, like talking to their friends, stuff like that. They're not going to just rely on me for happiness. But if you're dating someone that just relies on you for happiness, it's like I feel like you have that weight on your shoulders to provide happiness every single second of the day.
It's not a
And I
weight,
just-
baby. It's not a weight. I want that.
So you're telling me
You want that, but you don't want her to fully depend on you.
No,
like,
no,
she
I
needs to
agree.
have.
No, no, no,
I feel
he
like,
get-
I feel like at the beginning it would definitely be fun. Like once you guys progress and everything like that, I think it's just like, okay, she's only
Wait,
trying to talk to me, but she
wait,
doesn't have any friends,
wait.
and I can't hang out with my friends as
No,
well.
you have like your point is a great point, but what if her friends are all bad influences? Because I know a lot that y'all got some bad influences. Let me tell you, bad influences. I'm disappointed. Praying for y'all.
So you're
Real talk.
wait, say your question again. What's the question?
No, you have a really good point because it's like, yeah, like there's been a lot of red flags that I've drawn personally from girls where it's literally just selfies of them on their profile, and it's crazy too because sometimes they're like really attractive, but it's a red flag because I'm like, wait, where's your what's up? Where's your friends at? Like no social life? Like
Yeah.
what's the deal here?
And
But on the flip side, though, really quickly, on the flip side, what if their friends are bad influences? Because yeah, you can look and see like, yeah, they got pictures with like their girlfriends or whatever, right? But what if they're bad influences? Like you get the opportunity to maybe you start talking to this person, you meet them, and it's like, damn, their friends are bad influences.
I
And I know a
just-
lot of them with the bad influences, real bad influences.
I think it just depends on the girl. Like you have to know that she's gonna listen to herself and not listen to her friends. Like you're gonna get a girl that has bad influences and she's just gonna be like consistent with herself and be like, okay, like I know what's right, I'm gonna do this. Whereas like I've seen in the past where like there's people like their friends, like their girlfriend's friends are like really bad, like they're telling them to do all this. I don't think that's good.
If they're hot, though, it changes the conversation, obviously.
I
No, I'm
just
kidding,
think
I'm kidding. I'm-
I just think it still depends on, like I just think it
I'm
depends.
kidding.
They have to be their own person
Right.
at the end of the day. They can have bad influence friends,
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, you should know what you're getting into with the person. And
That
you
is
should
true because everybody's a
rely
work
on
in
them.
progress. I'm sure if people microanalyzed all of us, they'd be like, yeah, this friend's a bad influence. You got a good point.
Yeah.
Got a good point. Yeah, you can't judge the book by its cover. That's the main point.
No, yeah, it's definitely something.
Because that's the thing, too. What brought this whole conversation up is because I said, what did I say? Their first photo is the ultimate judgment or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, like I've had it where it's like, damn, like this is kind of a pretty revealing photo. Like, damn, like what's up with this girl? Like, why is she revealing so much? And I start talking to him, and I get to know him, maybe meet up with them, and I'm like, this is, I don't think this represents this person, you know?
That's interesting because like I don't want to judge a girl based on what photos they upload, but like if you're willing to upload something like that on a public dating app, it's just like I don't want to say I want to talk about stuff, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
You can still do that and be a totally genuine person, like,
Uh-huh.
and be someone who can, like, I could date or something. But like,
I just think like if you're using dating
it also
apps,
depends on the guy and like what you're willing to tolerate. Like,
yeah, it's definitely like an interesting thing, and I think you're using dating apps as almost like an advertisement of yourself.
yeah,
Like I think that's the best way to put it. As bad as it sounds,
That's
like
kind of the point,
you're
but, like-
advertising yourself out to your market. So
You know
like
what sucks? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, your market, like, you're advertising yourself out to girls because that's what you're into. So you're advertising yourself out. So what you put on there is going to either be a positive or negative to some people. Some people like the half face where it's like mysterious, like you said. But then there's other people that like me where like I just don't like seeing only half face or like a quarter face, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
I want to know who it is right away. Or like I just feel like it's almost a waste, not a waste of my time, but like it's ultimately like there's no point of using those type of apps to only see like half a face. Like it's just like at the end of the day, like I'd rather know who I'm talking to. I'm obviously, if I'm talking to you on Snapchat, like I feel like I should know what you look like. I've probably already seen what you look like, so why not just snap your face? Like I get a couple pictures and stuff like that where like you're not snapping your face, but like the majority of the time it should be your face or like even like a view. Like I'm okay with seeing like the sunset every once in a while, but like if I'm seeing like the
Yeah,
wall,
dude.
like I can see a wall anywhere. I could look outside.
I can even
could
say
look at my
myself,
room.
I'm so tired of just like randomly just sending a snap. I'm just like I feel like disgusting. Like,
Yeah, I've started to like stop
like,
slowly
it's like
stop
a shame.
using it.
Yeah,
Like I
like-
really only I use Snap to like talk to like people like
I just
randomly.
wish
but-
we didn't rely on the phones and stuff.
no,
but,
yeah,
like,
and that came in.
it's kind of impossible.
That came with
nowadays.
COVID. Like we weren't able to see anyone, so we relied on
Yeah.
that. I kind of am curious. We're just like circle back to like the catfishing thing. I kind of want to hear like, can you like tell us one story? I think this is the perfect timing.
Fine. I mean, you mentioned Snapchat. It kind of ties into it. I mean, I had a really bad catfishing experience. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm talking about a specific individual. I hope you're doing well. I'm not afraid to air dirty laundry at this point.
So this was an actual. It was an actual girl. Like when you say catfish, was it like someone that you saw on Snapchat? You're like, okay, like yeah,
I
like
mean,
I
it
think
was
they're
on a
really-
dating app first and foremost.
But like I'm saying, like when you say catfish, was it like actually a girl?
Oh,
or
yeah,
was it like a
'cause
guy?
it
Or
can have
No,
so
it was
many
a
like what are you
girl. It was a
talking? What are you
girl.
talking about
All right,
catfish?
fine. I'll just say it. I mean, yeah, it was a girl on a dating app.
Yeah.
We matched, obviously, and we started talking. Conversations went pretty well. Based off the pictures, I was semi-attracted. I mean, maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe I should have, like, they didn't meet, like, my ultimate criteria in terms of looks.
Yeah.
But it was good enough, and the conversations went really well. I ended up meeting up with this person, and super long story short, I mean, they were like 20 pounds plus heavier than what I anticipated. And it was really awkward because I pulled up to their house, rang the doorbell and everything, like a proper gentleman, was well equipped, well prepared for the situation. And instead of answering the door, I hear my name shouted, and I turn around, and instead of answering the door, they're on their like walking path behind me to the doorway. I tried my absolute best, and like reality set in as soon as I looked that person in the eyes. I mean, like I obviously looked at their body first, and 20 plus pounds heavier than what I anticipated, and I was pretty pissed off, to be honest with you. I mean, what do you want me to do?
So did you stay and hang out, or was it like?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, yeah. Like I feel like if you get something like that, like you
it's
kind of
so
have to
messed up to
stay.
just leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, like, what if she genuinely doesn't do that on purpose though, and like you just meet
Yeah,
her and like
It could also be like old
it could
pictures
happen,
type
but
thing.
like if it is on purpose and they're really trying to catfish, then it's like okay.
I feel like you can. It's hard to tell with catfishing. I think like yeah. I mean, so okay. So thinking about that, like you had said, the first thing you notice. What is the first thing you actually notice about a girl? Like I know everything. Everyone's always like saying like all this stuff. Like what is the actual like if you're looking at a girl, what's the first thing you're looking at?
Yeah, like let's just be honest. I'll answer for. Oh, you got an answer?
I'm just gonna say like generally the face. I don't know, like face, hair,
Yeah, like,
eyes.
no looks.
Yeah, I
looks.
think keeping it
Yeah,
straight,
like-
like you're looking at their looks. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
people,
no, it's true.
people
you
are
can
always
get mad
like-
at us all you
yeah.
want. It's the truth, and you know what? Maybe it is the. I guess it's the case for the guys. Don't listen to what girls say. They'll say certain things, but yeah, I mean, maybe it is both genders. Yeah, it's looks. Yeah, that's true.
I feel like
Because you know what? If a girl sees like a Greek goddess walk in, they're like,
Yeah.
And then he opens his mouth and it's like, oh, it changes from there.
Yeah, like I
Changes from there.
genuinely think like now this might be like a little mess up to say, but I think guys are more straight up with saying what they look for,
Yeah.
whereas girls want to like semi try to hide it. Like they're like, oh yeah, like the first thing I noticed was like their eyes or something like that, and it could be true. I could be totally wrong, but they're also like, oh yeah, like if you're getting into a relationship, I feel like you have to be attracted to them. And
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you have to be attracted.
like you have to be
person stay
physically
with
attracted to
someone,
them,
but-
and I totally get it. Like if you're talking to someone that's not like a 10 out of 10, like you can still like their personality can make up it. So I think
100%,
it's like a half and half thing where like personality has to be good, but as well as looks.
Bro, someone's personality can be so good that you just automatically view them over
Yeah,
a 10
and-
just because
Yeah.
they're amazing. Like,
So
Do
like
you guys believe in aura?
in what?
yeah,
Aura.
I mean, it's so overused, but yes, aura
is
is like
aura?
a thing. Like, you can name people who have aura. Like, obviously, none of us ordinary people
Well, it's
like,
easy
can
to
say we have
answer
aura.
with guys, but like girls definitely have aura. Like
I
you
just
know
genuinely
what aura is?
no. That's what I
So
I don't
aura
know.
is like the whole package. Like it's obviously looks, but you can like feel something like off the rip pretty quickly.
Like, when you look at someone, you can feel their presence.
aura.
Like,
Oh yeah, okay.
Like
I
LeBron
understand what you're
James,
saying.
Stephen
now, yeah.
Curry.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you see 'em.
obviously, but like let's just say there was like 20 people kind of hovered around this area right now. Like you could definitely pinpoint who has more aura than others.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. No, I
Because
think
I've had that, and it's tough because you'll get a lot of girls that are like 6
This
or
dude
7
just
out of
said he has-
10s.
He has aura.
Who has aura?
You.
I didn't say I have aura.
You just said, bro.
I didn't say I have aura.
What did you say?
I just said you can like feel it. I mean, there's been so many situations where I'm in like wherever I'm at, and there's a lot of people, there's a lot of girls, and like maybe based off of looks, initial rip, 6, 7 out of 10s, but like they might just have like aura about them, and that's what gets me. Probably shouldn't even reveal this. It's like a cheat code for me, honestly. Like the easy answer is like, oh, how do they act? Like, what are they saying? You know, but it's more than that. It's like aura is like the whole package. It's like how they present themselves, like it's like the energy that like just spews off of them. Because sometimes, like, this is the crazy part about it, and this goes for both genders. Like sometimes the person with the most aura could be the person who literally says the least in the room, and that's like something you should strive for, honestly. I mean,
yeah, this is definitely a new topic. I've never heard of that.
come on, man, you're in college, you should know what aura means.
I'm sorry, dude. I just
Bro, you've
never
seen
heard
it
of it.
before.
I feel like I've definitely seen it somewhere, but I just never
Bro,
really
you've seen
took-
a TikTok edit about aura.
I mean, look, like, you know what? I want the girls to comment. If you think you have aura, leave a comment and leave your Instagram handle, and I'll be the judge of that.
Jeez, this guy's just taking over the podcast right
I'll just
away.
be honest. And then these guys will follow. So I got to teach them what aura means, apparently.
This man got so much confidence after our last podcast dropped with him.
It's not confidence.
Like, dude, and I'm gonna expose Steven a little bit, but like right after we posted that last video with him, dude, that man was so hyped to get back on here. He literally watched that video that we just posted of him, and he's like, oh yeah, I want to get back on here. He was so
Bro,
excited.
He's a media personality. Like,
He
Don't
was so
speak
excited
for
to get
me.
back
What are
on
you
here.
trying to say? Like, what are you saying? You're saying something.
Oh,
you
you're
just wanna
hyped.
say.
You're hyped for our podcast.
I'm hyped. What else? is
You know it's gonna blow up, so you're trying to get back on here.
I mean, I don't know anything, to be honest with you. I don't even know what I'm gonna
You know
eat
you have
tomorrow
that
for
feeling that
breakfast.
if you wake up for breakfast tomorrow,
Facts.
tomorrow's a weekend. Like you probably sleep in though. I
We'll
gotta be
see.
up at 7 o'clock because I gotta go home and go to church.
You never know, man. You never know. Never know when duty calls.
I feel like I've never heard that aura.
That's bullshit. I don't believe it.
Like,
I
I
actually
might
don't
have-
believe it.
Maybe like I looked at it, I'm like, okay, like I just skimmed over it. I never really took the time to
There's
think
no
about
way.
it. But for me, like I've never.
Fine,
I
I'll
just don't
put it in this way because I'm not afraid.
Well, I know what it is now. You guys just sat
I'm
here
not
for the
afraid
last
to
10 minutes
say it.
explain it.
I'm gonna give an example. I was recently, actually, for my birthday this past April, I went with a bunch of friends to Nashville, Tennessee for the first time, right? And we went there for like the whole weekend. I stayed like, I think it was 3 or 4 nights. Don't ask why I can't remember that exact number, but the last night, I don't know, I was just like kind of tired. I was in a kind of a bad mood because you know, we were gonna leave the next day. We had like a flight to catch the next day, so I was kind of just like, damn, like this is it. Like that's kind of sucks. Like I wish I could stay here for a few more days. And we went to the spot we went to the night before, and we had a blast there, obviously. And we went there again, and we got there really early and didn't have a whole lot of alcohol in my system, and I was kind of like in my head for a while. And one of the boys in the friend group like kept egging me on. He's like, he like found a group of a few girls, and he's like, yo, we should like go up and say something or whatever. And I was like, in my head, didn't want to do it. He kind of stereotyped a little bit without getting into like the politics a whole lot, because I know it offends people. Y'all gotta grow some thick skin, that's for sure. He like assumed that I was attracted to the blonde girl in the group, and like initially I was like, yeah, I can see it. Like, sure, let me just like get in that mode or whatever. Time passes, got a drink or two in me, and believe it or not, the girl in the group that got my attention was the one that you wouldn't expect, and it was because of aura. It was aura. There was something about her, made eye contact with her, and I just felt something. I was like, damn, that's what aura is. You just feel it, man. You just feel it.
I think the blonde girl in the group would have definitely caught my attention.
I think you get what aura means now.
Yeah, I got it about 5 minutes ago, but yeah, no.
And I don't, you know what? People can answer that for me. I don't even know if I have a type. You sound like you're a blonde guy, huh?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, 100%.
Really?
I literally think like up until like this year, like the majority of girls that I talked to were not blonde, and I could tell like I was losing interest so much more easier when they're not blonde.
So you aren't gonna date unless it's your type.
I think there's exceptions and everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like I'm gonna look at like a girl and be like, okay, she's not blonde, like no way I'm gonna talk to her. I think like you go into something looking at like your standards and everything, and I think you have to stick with what you think. But I think there's also some times where like
no, you don't.
Oh, you go with the
Because
flow.
aura
Like,
happens. Aura fucking happens. Oh,
I just think
okay.
I just think for me, like I go into it and I'm like, okay, I look for certain things,
Yeah.
and like they don't all have to be checked off. I don't think they all have to be checked off. But I also don't like when I'm talking to a girl, I'm not expecting something from them. Like the majority of the time, like you go into something, you're not expecting to have a relationship, and I think that's what a lot of people mess up on is. You're trying to talk to a girl and you want a relationship
Like
so bad.
he's dodging the aura. He's dodging the aura right now.
He won't stop about
Yeah,
aura.
we shouldn't have even mentioned the
No,
aura.
no shit. I mean,
the next
my God,
30 minutes is just gonna be
no,
aura.
No, he's right. Like he's speaking 100% facts. Like if that's how you like if y'all don't go into like any of these situations like thinking about this stuff, lost cause. I don't know what to tell you. You're a lost cause. Like if you're not thinking well ahead. But like I'm telling you, like aura is what happens in between all of that. It can literally sway that stuff. It's a fact. It's true. It sways it. That's what happened to me. Girl knocked me off my fucking socks. I swear, it knocked me out of my shoes.
What was like explain that little experience then. Like what
I like
why are you getting you're getting a little loud.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. What do you mean?
He's starting to yell at us.
I was in my head, and then like I got a few drinks in me.
This is in Nashville, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same situation.
Okay, makes sense.
And I finally talked myself into the idea of like going up. It was literally 2 girls, so it was like me and one of my boys in the friend group. We were just gonna go up and figure out the situation. So I was gonna go after the blonde girl, obviously, and there was a brunette, super dark-haired brunette. Don't know what that means. Just whatever it was. I don't know how like girls can answer that. I don't know how you identify hair colors, whatever. And I like look at the guy and I'm like, just give me like, let me just go up and I'm gonna order us drinks. So I went up one more time, order us drinks. And as I go up to order the drinks, I look to my left and both the girls were there. Obviously the blonde girl and the brunette. And the brunette made eye contact with me. And that felt like Jedi Master Yoda force field, like, whoa.
Yeah.
I made eye contact with the brunette and I was like, damn. Come back with the drinks and I'm like, dude, change of plans. I'm going after that girl. And I guess I was so swayed by it that the dude was like, you know what? You got it. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, he was like, dude, you got it. I ended up going up all by myself. That's how swayed I was by the whole situation. That's what aura is.
What was the end result?
I mean, I got her number.
You text her to this day, or like
no.
Is it more of like just like a weekend type thing where you were trying to hang out and then like since you were in Nashville, you're not from there, like you were just trying to hang out in that moment and then like kind of just drift away because
I don't
it's
want
like
to
a
reveal
weekend type
too much. It wasn't a weekend type thing.
Is she from around here, Nashville, or like you can say not from here, from Nashville? Like
she's.
I'm not asking for her IP address. Like
she's closer to here than she is Nashville.
Okay, that works. I just like I didn't know if like it was like you found someone that was like genuinely like near here. Like I was just trying to get like a general location,
no.
but yeah, no. I mean, that reveals enough. So, like, you still talk to her to this day, or?
I got her on like Instagram and everything. I know she sees what I'm up to, but
So no text message like, hey, like,
I'm not a big.
wanna make this
I'm not a
work
big
and hang
texter
out,
though,
or-
so maybe it's my fault.
yeah, no, dude, I try to text you and I don't get a response for like 2 days.
I suck. I don't know what my issue is.
I think it's just like I'm so over trying to text people back and stuff, and like I will literally look at a text message and I'll be like, yeah, I'm not responding to it right now, and then I either end up forgetting or I respond like 10 hours later.
Yeah.
So I just think it's just because like we were so like a while ago, like we were just all up in our phones constantly because we had nothing else to do. You couldn't go outside. So I just think like now like we're kind of getting like the effects of being cooped up in our houses and just sitting on our phones all the time. I don't know. I've been definitely getting a little bit more tired of social media and like just feeling
For
like, okay,
sure.
I want to do a lot more than just sit here and
Yeah.
be on my phone. But at the end of the day, like that's what our world's coming to, is we're relying on technology and social media so much, so more heavily than ever. So I don't know, like us that aren't, like, I feel like the generation that's born into it now, like they're kind of like I just don't know exactly how they're going to be able to communicate in person with people just because they're used to texting
Everything's
and FaceTime.
available.
Yeah, like you like
Which is not
before,
good.
and like I 100% agree, like before like all of this, like in like the like 50s and stuff, like I just genuinely think it was like a good era because you didn't have to, it was a good era for communication because the only way you could talk to people was talking to them in person. Like you couldn't text, or like you send like notes and stuff, but like you weren't able to just send like a little text right away. And it's just, I don't know, I just think like social media and stuff has really like messed up our society, and it's just, and like we're never gonna be able to get out of it. Like I think there's positives and negatives to everything we do on social media. I think the negatives outweigh the positives, especially nowadays where we're really heavily like relying on that type of stuff. I don't know what you guys' opinions are, but
No, I definitely agree with that. I don't see how. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how anybody could like dispute that. I mean, yeah, there's positives. I mean, I guess you could get to know somebody quicker.
and you're able to know people from like all over, but then it comes back to the catfish thing where you're getting catfished, and like if you have kids online, like there's old guys out there that are like looking to chat with kids, so like I think that's a negative. And like there's so much like of a scare on social media that I just think like at the end of the day I don't think it's really worth having, like using social media consistently. There's no way around it anymore. Like
Yeah.
everything you do, you have to have some sort of technology or something. Like there's
It's like we can
just
say
no
this
way.
as much as we want, but we all know tomorrow we're both going to be on
Oh
our
yeah, we're all
phones.
gonna be on our phone.
Like,
Probably
most
after
of
this
the day.
podcast, we're gonna be on our
Yeah.
phones. But like it's like I said, like there's no escape from it. Now I will say, technology does provide some entertainment. And I know we tried to get into this earlier, but I definitely want to explain me and Ryan's story with Zoom. And I think if you want to start that story off, Ryan, like go for it.
Okay.
Or if you want me to, it's up to you.
I guess the whole backstory is like during the main COVID situation. Almost, was this before lockdown?
No, this was after because we were back.
So after, and like people are still adjusting to
Because
post-COVID
people were
life.
back in school and
So
stuff.
people are back in school, and most of the classes are. A lot of them are still on Zoom. So like you have a good amount of students, and
Yo.
Dude, we literally had
Damn,
to
you missed
sit
the
here.
nitty-gritty.
Is it just done? Is it done?
No,
No, we're in the
no,
middle of it
killing.
right
Right.
now.
yeah, I was just saying like it was post-COVID, so like a lot of the classes were still like Zoom, and we found. Well, he told us he was still in college at the time, not naming the university, but he was having a Zoom call, and I guess there's at least
I
like.
wonder how hard that would be to figure out.
All right, they were gonna
Yeah,
look
you
the
can
other
just
way.
look it up. But like,
There's at least like what
we're not
30
name
students
dropping
at
or
least.
anything. It's all right. No,
And-
just continue.
And you all have to log on to Zoom, and so this professor's hosting a Zoom, and we're bored. We're high school students at the time. We have nothing to do, so we're like, all right, let's crash my brother's Zoom call. It's like we're all at the same location. I have Josh here put on like a mask, a hat, some glasses.
You had him do that?
Yeah. Well, we both turned our cameras
like
on.
yeah, I turned my camera on and I just had my hat backwards.
But
I
basically,
had
we
my
somehow
glasses,
convinced
everything.
his professor to let us in because it was kind of confusing. I guess it was like one of his first times
mean,
running
just
his
say it.
Zoom class,
I mean,
and we eventually
I
got
can't do
in.
it. I can't do it.
The rest is history if you want to go from there, Tutor.
Dude, I literally Well, we lasted like I think 30 minutes in that Zoom call, and you could tell like everyone knew we were just messing around. I'm sitting in the chat talking to different people. I think I got a girl Snapchat at some point. We left 30 minutes before class was over, and I get a text from Steven. He's like, "Yo, my professor's freaking out. He just canceled class for the day."
We didn't just invade a class; we canceled a class. Like,
Yeah, that
this
was
is a
pretty messed
college
up.
class that people are paying for and taking credits for.
And I'm
Like,
sitting here in high school, not paying a single
we're
dime
high
for it,
school-
and I just canceled it.
Yo, he
Yeah.
like ripped into us after you guys left for like 10 minutes. It was bad.
I'm
And
just
I had to
waiting.
just sit there stupid the whole time.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I wasn't the one that gave out the code and
Yeah.
everything. But there was a point where he could have shut it down because I literally got on the mic and said, "Yo, my boy needs let into the thing," and all he would have to do is look at the roster and be like, "Yo, he's not even in this class."
COVID in school is just not real. There's no way that was real.
I think COVID was just messing the teachers up too. They were all just messed up, and I mean, you said about the professor wasn't the smartest guy, but
Yo, I didn't say that. What do you mean?
I mean, obviously, I think he wasn't the smartest guy. He let 2 random high schoolers in, and he could clearly tell that we had masks on to cover our face. So I just think, like, if I'm seeing that as professor, I'm kicking him out right
the
away. I'm
craziest
not
part
even
is you
letting
weren't
that.
required to have your camera on. So like,
No,
there
you
was
didn't
like
have to have your
only
camera
like
on.
maybe 8 people with like their
Yeah,
camera
and then
on.
there's
And then you see us.
there's 2 idiots in there with masks
Bro.
and hats backwards,
It's like-
and we're just messing around in the chat. Like, there was definitely some trash talking to some
Yeah.
of the other classmates. And I know the one guy got really mad about
Yeah,
it,
he
but
did.
I didn't participate in that, but I thought it was pretty funny. It was definitely a fun experience, and sometimes I miss COVID, so I think that's by far my favorite thing. Like, COVID itself wasn't good, but the memories you have in COVID is just
You just like found stuff to do. Like,
yeah. You had to survive with being online.
Oh, Steven, I missed you. Yo, how'd you feel about our last pod?
The one that just got uploaded.
Yeah, so you think you've grown a lot since then?
No. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm
You don't think
kidding.
you have?
I'm kidding. No, I think we all did, yeah.
He's saying stuff.
No, I think we all
I'm
did.
I'm here to ask some real
I was
questions.
just motivated to execute even better this time.
Yeah. No, I definitely saw like there were moments I had on there where I was like, dang, I've grown a lot since then. Like, I probably shouldn't have said this or said that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's life.
You were good on that pod. I think you had some.
dude,
like,
you went berserk in this one. So
Really?
like, yeah, have fun.
Oh
Like,
god,
What's that supposed to
You
mean?
you got a lot to listen to.
really?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
You like it? Make sure this is.
No, it's
close.
good.
It's good. All right. I was just saying, make sure it's
The
close.
man behind the glass was here. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Yeah, your editor.
he was here.
Yeah, he was
That's-
here. What?
That's good.
The man behind the glass was here.
Hey, bro, it's good. I got to get you
What?
and ask you a couple questions
was
before
just
we
like
end.
He
this.
was literally here.
Yeah.
It's good. He's from
know
Herb.
what I mean?
You know he's from Herb Street.
You guys want to get back on that topic since Tyler's here now? or
Yeah.
what?
Well, wait, what was the topic?
We were talking about like dating apps and everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead. Let's go.
the most important thing is their first photo, right? Your first impression. I mean, some girls will show like a third of their face. Some will literally show their ass, which like can get
Yeah.
me pretty well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean,
What does it like? Like what? Like which one do you like more? Like, do you like when they try to express themselves a little more? Or do you like I'm just being out like what?
This is gonna show what he's actually looking for.
Yeah. Seriously.
God, this is so important.
Like,
I can't-
bro, I've never been on dating apps at all. Like, people can. I swear to God, you can go on any loophole and try to find me.
I don't know if I believe that.
Anybody out there, I challenge you to find me on dating apps because I've never been on one. I might have downloaded Tinder or something once. I did have Tinder like once, but I deleted my profile.
Yeah, I mean, some of you are like really hot, so it gets me, and then others like not so much.
But so what are you looking for nowadays? Because did you go over the story when we went to that Phillies game and you were talking about this girl you were seeing, but she was all against Christ and stuff and no
Yeah.
sore subject. So you can't talk about it or no? Just that you want to stay away with
I
from
don't
it.
even know. Where do I begin with that?
Look, I'll tell you. Look, you can begin with, "Hey, I was seeing this girl, and she was." This is a lesson for everybody out there.
Just please, just cut things short if you don't think it's gonna work out in the slightest. You know,
Yeah.
don't waste anybody's time, no matter how much Jill
was-
may be speaking to you.
What was the lesson though that you learned like from? You thought she what? Did you think she was for like I know you have views on God and stuff like that, and she was like totally against it. She didn't want anything to do with it. Like, did that change like your mind on everything or?
Yeah,
It has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that like the deal break? Like that ended it
yeah,
for
it's
you?
absolutely the deal breaker.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
That's what I wanted people to
I mean, if you don't have
understand, like-
standards, I mean, this probably isn't. I mean, it is
Yeah.
a podcast for you, actually. I
Yeah.
mean, Josh just left. That was your guy. I mean,
Yeah. Well, he can come back on. I just was gonna ask a few questions. If you guys want to keep going, you can. I just haven't seen you in a minute, and I knew you had some stuff brewing for us.
Yeah, I mean, Standards, absolutely, very important.
Bro, you're too much, man. All right, but what were you guys were talking about? I remember Tudor was telling me you joined that class, or he joined that class. The thing guys are literally just talking about.
Yeah, I mean, they knocked it out of the park. You know what I mean?
And you knew about this the whole time.
Yeah,
But he
Oh
was
my
in
God.
on it.
it's a good time.
You were in on. You were giving him the code and stuff. I think
Somebody
we were on
gave him the code.
PlayStation.
I'm not sure who, but somebody
Yeah,
definitely gave
someone-
him the code.
I think we were on PlayStation when he did that. It was so crazy. I just remember hearing about it. I don't know if I was like, I know I wasn't involved in it at all. I don't know. I just was going back to that because that's like insane. But so life's been good for both of you guys. Let's go. You still are you going? You're going back to school soon,
Yeah, it's
and you're
2 weeks.
you're just chilling at your job now. Has your job changed since the last pod last year?
Very much so. I
Very
wish
much
I could
so.
get into some of it. There's a lot going on right now too.
Behind the scenes work.
Yeah.
That's all right. You don't have to say anything. But at least, yeah, everything's going good for you. That's good. So is this where you want to end the pod? Like, is this it?
Not really.
No, you want to keep going?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want to say? Say what you want to say.
Maybe I want to ask some questions.
Go,
I've been
ask-
asked questions all
ask-
so fucking
ask-
night.
ask
Connor,
away.
edit that out. I don't care about swearing. I mean, it's the OTP pod. Hit it out of the park, whatever. I mean, I got
Ask some
Dodgers money
questions.
lines, so like, if you guys want to think of something while I check it real quick, think of something good, especially you.
What? You just said you were asking questions.
I gotta
Well, you-
check Dodgers money line really quick.
Well, check that first, and then ask some questions.
God, I'm trying to win.
You think Shohei's gonna beat Paul Skeens?
Yeah, Paul Skeens is pitching tonight.
Yeah, he's a beast.
4-0. Nice night, Paul Skeens. Livy Dunn's not gonna be too impressed. She'll be impressed with this one.
Dude. What questions are you gonna ask? I'm actually curious. I want to see what you can ask.
Well, since we have a late edition of the show, how are you doing, man? It's all right for people who don't understand. That podcast I was just uploaded is a year old. I was a year uglier. Obviously, I'm a year better looking now. How are you feeling a year later after that?
I don't know, bro. We're starting this back up, and how do you feel about our rebrand? Do you think it's good or?
Yeah, I met the man behind the glass
Oh yeah,
tonight.
dude. The latest like
Have you ever met
thumbnails
him?
are fire.
What?
The man behind the glass. have you
Yeah,
met him?
I've known him for a while.
I met him
I haven't seen him in a while, but
I met him tonight actually. Saturday night.
good dude.
Yeah, Saturday night. Not sure what he's got planned after this. Yo, bring one more hard-hitting thing before we end this. Come on.
What?
You got something? I know
Steven's,
there's
like
something.
itching for.
You got a guitar on your
Yeah,
shirt. There's got to be
topic.
something. Play it. Let's go.
What do you want me to like? What do you want to get into? I'll get into whatever you want.
You're asking me. I'm
I
asking
literally
you.
just tried to ask you about the girl and.
What girl?
All right, Steven, have you ever been? So people are mad about last episode, but have
Wait.
you? It's been out for less than 24 hours and they're already pissed about it.
Who's
so
pissed?
they want to know about your
The women.
No, they want to know about your cheating scandal.
Oh,
Yeah, the cheating scandal.
I was cheated on.
Yeah,
you're asking the wrong.
you're asking the wrong guy. You were cheated on. Like I remember this story. You told me you were cheated on.
Cheating scandal.
Did
I
he
mean,
drop any names?
You don't have to drop names, but
I mean, look. I mean, if you're gonna cheat at anything in life, I mean, you're just a loser. I mean, what do you want me to say?
no. But I was gonna talk to you about how you overcame being cheated on.
I mean, just like Cody Rhodes overcame Solo Sikoa, costing him at
Sola Sikoa.
WrestleMania 39 or whatever it was. Yeah, Solo. Give me a break.
Sola Sikoa.
39, came back, beat him the very next year, just like I did.
The original Tribal Chief is back though. You do realize that?
Cheating scandal. Does nobody hear of any cheating experience or something? What's
No.
going on?
I thought it was you. We
Carry
talked about it on that
yourself.
last pod.
Let's talk about who's going to be the next guest on this show.
All right.
All right? Who is the next guest on the show? If you could pick one person,
Like if I had to pick anyone in the world,
anybody that's possible.
anyone. Well, I think anything's possible in
Like,
the future.
That could be Sid.
like could be tonight. Like if I needed them tonight, they could be here.
I mean, this isn't like Thanos stones. Like, let's be realistic here.
You know what I mean? Like if I wanted them tonight, they could be here. It's tough because there's a lot of people that you can like see on Instagram and stuff, and like we've been talking to, but I don't want to like name drop because I kind of want to keep them like I don't know if they're gonna be on or not. But
Me
if
too.
dude, we might have to like throw you into therapy.
Therapy?
Yeah,
What
I'll
kind
go with you actually.
What kind of therapy?
Just therapy, bro. If you want to go, I'll go.
I
have
think
some
Josh
free
has an
visits.
idea.
I have some free visits if you want to go. Look, are you hyped for the next 2K?
Not really.
Absolutely
No.
not.
You're what kind of answer is that? Get in depth.
Bro,